for all my life. They say I'm a failure, end up in jail, I ain't proving right. My mama, she told me before, son, you get I understood, but I ain't see the vision. A nigga kept going, and now I'm winning. Some people I put my trust in, try to fuck with my image. Oh no, you didn't. Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Michi in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cuz oh, this life we ain't put on with this. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, now we them niggas. Now we rich now, we got money, I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.
4, 5. Yeah, I ain't playing with your ass. Nigga, I ain't playing with your ass. You chasing greatness. You got greatness talking to you. Become great.
Yo, what's going on out there? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boys, the Rize Podcast, with your boy, Coach Squeeze, a.k.a. the Smoothie King. Right back at y'all. Whether or not y'all already know what it is. Come on, stop playing with me in the chizzy for sizzy, my dizzies. It's Sunday on the Rize Podcast, top of the morning, top of the afternoon to you guys. On the way through the door, smash that like button. And don't forget, if you haven't, to subscribe to the Rize Podcast. All right, y'all. Boxing. We moving along. We starting to get some of the fights that we asked for, that we wanted to see. Whether you was pleased with them or not, I'll find out in a few minutes. What was y'all taking? What was y'all spin on the fights this weekend? And I don't know. I was in between the fence with some of the fights, but I was spot on this clip on a lot of the how I felt they were going to go, depending on my take on them. Let me get the sponsors out of the way. 5-time world champ, 4 different weight classes, first battle Hall of Fame in Baltimore's own GTD Promotions. Redesigning minds one mind at a time. We know a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Shout out to www.kadichibed.com. Use code TRP. You'll get 15% off. Also, shout out to www.noslipgallery.org. Go over to Damari's page. Check him out and his merch. Don't forget to go over to www.miakillerb.com. Support her and her merch and her boxing endeavors. R.I.P. to John Boy. R.I.P. to Miss Tanya Vandross Williams Jr. May y'all rest in peace. Y'all truly missed. Both of y'all. May y'all rest in peace, man. Shout out to Richie Baby for the intro and the edits. God bless Richie Baby and his journey called life. And shout out to Bad Girls Promotions featuring Miss Nikki and aka Olivia Pope and Coach Brandy. EOE, Education Over Everything. My Brother Movement, Just Do Boxing, Hardcore Boxing News, BNB Boxing News. Under Armour, thanks for all that you do. Don't forget, go down to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue. Get your Shirts Essentials 12 rolls for $7. AO Clothing Line, Pro Soul Boxing Gear and Clothing Line. Man, and shout out to Miss Mona and Cal Al Cooler. I ain't seen them guys in a while. Shout out to Miss Yaya, always supporting the Rize podcast. And don't forget to go on to the risepodcast.com, get your merch. Last but not least, official gear boxing. All the fighters are winning. Y'all can say it with me in the chat on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Box! Raw. All right, let me go over here to my babies in the chat. Jab Queen Boxing. What it do? The chosen one. What it do? Boss Doug. What it do? Man, God bless y'all, man. Tasha Reese White. AWM Boxing Podcast. Boss Man Tony. Co Squeeze. What's good, fam? Luda Grind Hard. Peace and blessings. Dorian Brown, Co Squeeze. It was a whole lot of sloppy Joe sandwiches being made over. Yeah, we can ready get into it. Jugs 47. You called it, Squeeze. Boxing's Jaguar 40. Garbage fights, but shout out to Rose. Roelly with the upset. Joe Pesci 3575. That's why Earl Spence was my number one. He never ducked rep. These ninjas scared to lose. Jab Queen Boxer. I feel like I bought a bundle of BS for $90. Daryl Hopkins, peace and blessings. Cam J Network, what it do, fam? Chubb Rock, I wanna rock. I wanna rock right now. I'm a bass and I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock a microphone because I get stupid. I mean outrageous. Stay away from me if you're contagious. No, I'm a winner. No, not a loser. To be a MC is what I choose. What it do, Chubb Rock? What up, Uncle Squeeze? I missed the fights this weekend. I'm trying to figure out what happened. Oh, you about to get the 911. Sit through. What it do? Skull was there for a check, man. Yeah. Bars the run, Joe, run. Daryl Hopkins, Canelo versus Bud has been announced. Banger. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I wanted to see. Them and right in front of each other. Now, I believe it's going to happen. So, September is the date, and it's going to go down. It's about to go down. Now, let me jump on the fights that happened this weekend. Teofimo Lopez, a.k.a. Count Dracula, came out with the decision and a victory. I didn't see all of his fight, but the little bit that I did see, he sell a lot of death, but I don't see his bark is bigger than his bite. He not destroying stuff like his bark say he is. That could mean two things. It's either it's in him to do, or if it's the person that's in front of him to bring it out of him to do. That's what I saw, but he got the victory against Barboza. I need to go back and watch all of that. I just saw like the last 3 rounds of that, 4 rounds, so I can't really, to be honest and fair, the TO to give him a proper assessment on his fight, because I try to be fair in my rebuttals, because it's not personal to me. People take this stuff personal. I don't get paid. I don't get a check, and I'm not getting punched in the face like these guys is. So I just try to hone in on what I see what that I take place from these bouts. That's it. It's nothing personal with me. Let me see. Overhyped and unperformed, in my opinion. Turkey Alley abrasive with his approach, but I think he mean well. Yeah, when you got the money to throw around, that's pocket money to Turkey. We got to put more respect on Tank's resume than ever at the Roelly beat Ryan and became a 3-time world champion. Of course, Roelly had the best performance on that card. I said the same thing. Barbosa couldn't keep up. Tio was too comfortable. I take good observation, chosen one. I totally agree with that. From the 3 rounds to 4 rounds that I did see, that's what I saw. Barbosa could never get started with anything. A game plan to be put together to figure T.O. out. All the hate PBC get, but shout out to them and Roelly for doing his thing on Friday. I ain't gonna lie. Out of all the fights I saw this weekend, Roelly Romero was the best one. Best performance of this weekend. Best performance. I'm so proud of Roelly, man. I picked Roelly, but I'm not going to do like all the rest of them do. Throw it in your face. Oh, you picked the wrong guy. You need this, that, other. No. I told everybody I stick to my picks. It is what it is. I'm not getting paid, and I'm not in there getting hit. I just give my take on what I think. And like I told everybody, I don't like Ryan at all. I pick Roelly, win, lose, or draw. And I say I think Roelly gonna roughhouse Ryan like he did in the spawn. He's not intimidated from Ryan. He's not scared of Ryan. And whoever trained Roelly in this fight, let me congratulate them. For an excellent training camp. And Roelly did something that Devin couldn't do. And that was keep the left hand on the phone booth. I was so impressed. I was almost looking like, is that Roelly or is that somebody else? I'm saying, is that Roelly or is that somebody else? You know what I mean? You know, here they come in the chat. Here come the devil in the chat early in the day. People don't got nothing else better to do. People don't got nothing. You got to keep people in their prayers, man. Keep people in your prayers. But let's move on. Nothing else. Roelly, man, he boxed nice. He worked on the jab. He put together combinations. He showed good footwork. He was aggressive when he had to be. I don't know who that was in there Friday against Ryan. I know that much. I don't know who that guy was. He did to me. He did. Johnny Spears. Boss the Roelly knocked. Yeah, because they they underestimated Roelly. A lot of people ain't get Roelly. It was some people on here that had Roelly too. Yeah. Yeah, I had him. I drive old cars. I appreciate that. Yeah, I said it. I said I had Roelly win, lose, or draw. I like Roelly, but I picked why I thought Roelly would win. I mean, we only could predict. Anything can happen any given Sunday, but if the fights play out like we anticipate them to play out, and the fighter bring their A game, 9 times out of 10, 7 times out of 10, our predictions will stand to be correct. But Roelly was the best performance on that card. Yeah. That boy Roelly had some head movement, good hand placement, a jab. I was thinking the same shit. Yeah, he kept that phone tight. Yeah. Shout out to Roelly, man. Shout out. I'm happy for Roelly. Because you gotta look at Lord's 4500. You gotta look at all the controversy Roelly that been through, the highs, the lows, the wins, the losses. His chin being questioned. A couple of fights that he fought being questioned. Saying all of that, even the criticism, well, I could say it's criticism. Even me, some of the fights Roelly had or whatever, and I said if he wouldn't clean up some things, that he wouldn't go no further than where he was at, even including me. I was very, very, very impressed with Roelly. I'm proud of him. He deserves it because he never give up. He never gives up. You know, he always come back and do his best, and that's all you can ask for a fighter. He didn't let the losses define him. He didn't let the criticism, the odds stacked against him, hinder him. Lord's 45. Yo, salute Rize Podcast. Senior and Squeeze, what it do? Yeah, man. Johnny Spears, go back and look. I said on the show when Killer B was on, I heard you say Roelly, and I said, me too. You did. I like Roelly because Ryan is racist. That's exactly what you said, Johnny Spears. That's exactly what you said. I drive old cars, say the whole weekend sucked far as boxing to me. Travarius Bowles, and he won the WBA. Blaze, P4P, pound for pound TV. Roelly took away Ryan's left hand. He took that straight out of the Tank game plan. CN1 804. Ryan tasted Roelly power and was shook. I drive all cars. Whole weekend still wasn't better than that Tank of night. LOL. Eat the sage. Devin best never put Boots' name in his mouth. None of these cats would last 3 rounds with Boots. I ain't never heard him say Boots. My opinion, I ain't never. Devin saying Boots' name might have been his father. Nello fight looked like Cure versus Santos. Sit through. Roelly versus Blair Card would be a banger. I like that. Chub Rock. What about Devin? Did he win? Yeah, he won. Travarius Bowles, and he was defenseless against it. The chosen one. To be honest, Ryan is truly a one-trick pony. I agree. Sit through. Roelly hurt Ryan a few more times after that knockdown, man. He did his thing. I drive old cars. But Carol fight was whack. Jamie was whack. Nello was whack. T.O. Devin was whack. How the hell Roelly had the best performance? I agree. Tasha Reese White. So who win, Devin or Ryan? The Bumbo. That's what we're going to call it right now, the Bumbo. I'm going with Ryan again. I drive a cool car, say if Devin won, then Skull should have won. Isaiah WID. We had to give credit to Roelly. He has matured, and his boxing IQ was amazing fighting Ryan. Roelly started at 17 and already became a 3-time champion. Ryan has been boxing his whole life. Never been champ. Roelly finally at the weight he's supposed to be at. Dude, strong. Yeah, he looked good. He looked good. All right, let's go over to the Bumbo. Let's go over to once again. I tried with Devin. I tried to be on Devin Haney's side. I tried. But I can't no more. I can't keep protecting you, Devin. I can't keep. That was horrible. Horrible. And Ramirez, I'm not even mad at Ramirez. Couldn't cut the ring off. His feet was in bricks. He looked like he couldn't get a punch off. He just couldn't get it going. I'm not mad at Ramirez. But Devin, I don't know, Dave. They always say, oh, we be the first ones, Al Color, to put each other down. And if you go back on this Rize podcast, you will see multiple episodes where I done took up for Devin. I done picked Devin over. All I ask for Devin, man, is to come out there and give me a good performance, Dev. That's all I asked. And you can't give me that. Then Bill running his mouth. Your son ain't that, Bill. Your son ain't that, yo. Yeah, Count Dracula, he need to sit down. Yeah. Roelly would beat that down Devin. I got Roelly over Devin Haney. Yes. I'm not even dealing with Devin no more. I'm going against Devin. I don't give a goddamn if Devin fight his grandmother. I'm picking his grandmother. Bottom line. I'm sorry. Ridiculous. Yo did his Shakur Stevenson impersonation. Can you imagine them two fighting? When that fight come on, you just need to go outside, put a tracksuit on, and go running. Because you're going to lose some weight watching with your eyes. Ain't there one of them going to engage. Watching them fight, we're going to be having If you put the remote and rewind, you might see him go forward sometimes. Sit through. So do y'all think it was really some spinach and rind Tank? I don't know. He said it was. All right, let's see. Come on, man. Come on up. They ain't going computer. I ain't missed that chat. I'm just trying to get it to come up. Computer acting stupid. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Johnny Spears, thanks for the color in the chat on a 5-piece McNugget. I never forgave Ryan for saying that about George. FL salute. Roelly, only now Tank said Roelly hits harder. GTD for life. He said it. He said it. He said it. Yup. Yo said, Tank said Roelly hit harder than Ryan. Eat the sage. Squeeze, where's your sidekick? Been a minute back from Iraq for 2 minutes. Yeah, he be had to work and stuff. The show got to go on. You already know, man. The show got to go on. Sexy Kendra 50 Cent. Hello, Coach Squeeze. Hello, everyone. Tank resume is aging like fine wine. Of course. I totally agree. Roelly got better defense boxing Jaguar 40 than than Devin. Marshall Triggs, Ryan will beat Haney again. It's a setup. Too good to be true. Yeah, Roelly, a 3-division champion, is a ducking joke. Yo, just my opinion. It's box. It's box. Yeah, jab queen boxing. Me too, Squeeze. And every time I do him and Bill, make me regret it. I tried. They think somebody putting that whole color down. No, I ain't putting nobody down. I'm just telling you what he say. I'm not going to say he put on a stellar performance and he went out there and really showed that he belonged amongst the elites. I'm going to say it. But I'm damn sure not going to say it on what he did Friday. I'm not going to say it. Devin looked gun shy. 100% almost like he still had PTSD from Ryan. Isaiah WID. I saw on Ellie Setback's channel. Ramirez's team was arguing with Devin in the locker rooms. I don't know why. They needed to say that energy for the fight. I drive old cars say Devin the AB can man. The chosen one. Jim Lampney was pure comedy during the Devin fight. He was. Ethan says Devin acts like he is a G. Devin got no power, no chin. Now he is running for his life. Ramirez fought like a itch because he followed with no heart. I agree. All of y'all making good points. Isaiah WID. The Friday's card was in Times Square, and the locker room was in the Red Lobster. Yo! The locker room was in Red Lobster on 42nd. Nasty work. Oh, that was cold, Chad. Me, Jay, what it do? Sit through. Does this prove Ron was on that spinach? Might be going back. Jab Queen Boxing. And did you see Devin go up and shake Roelly hand as if somehow he won? Pathetic. He just wanted to see Ryan get his butt whipped. Strong Armstrong. I always thought that Devin was a overhyped fighter since he fought Gamboa. That's deep. That's deep, bruh. That's deep. That's deep. That was deep. Yeah, that was deep, yo. I ain't gonna lie. I've been saying it, but I try to give Devin the benefit of the doubt. I always try to give Devin, but when the moment I say Devin ain't it, we put each other down. I'm not talking about out of the ring. Devin stays out of trouble. He don't bother nobody. Good kid. I'm not talking about that. I think his dad run his mouth too much. But then on the other hand, that's promotion. So I've set my feelings aside on that. Bill is doing what Bill really basically supposed to do. Kind of hurting his son a little bit, but he's helping him too. Promoting him, being his Don King version for his son. I get it. But when your son don't go out there and put belts to ass, don't make none of that you did prior up to the fight look good for him. The chosen one. Congratulations. Been a member for 29 months. Devin might have beaten Shakur for 10,000 steps in a 12-round fight. Yeah. Real talk. Real talk. Yeah, that was horrible. Marshall Triggs, if Crawford stick and move with clean punches, he can win. You saw the judges, and two of them had it close with Canelo. Yeah, that wasn't Canelo's best performance. Neither. Melody Queen, what it do? God bless you and your family. Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Melody Queen 27. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Rize Podcast. Cash App $GEESSUS $ Coach Squeeze to support the channel. Get your merch on the RizePodcast.com. Sit through say last night made me realize but might go to work on Canelo. Bud might go to work on Canelo. We'll see, different fights. Johnny Spears, Floyd, sorry, R.I.P. Marcel Triggs and Keyshawn and Santos. Melody Queen, Bill Haney is a clown. He makes his son look bad and creates a stain on his son's name. I agree. Marshall Triggs, Roelly said he didn't get paid no rum, got treated bad. Then Turkey gave him that belt, 24K gold. I drive old cars, boxing, trash. I think I'm retiring with Tank for real. I feel you, brother. I feel you. It's just too much involved in it now, man. Marshall Triggs, no lie, it was in the corner stuff. People on the street couldn't see the fight. I drive old cars. I've been screaming these dudes not elite. None of them you got. Bud, Tank, Nello was the only active elites. Last elite was Triple G, Word, Ward, etc. New dude, none of the active elites. Jab Queen Boxing. Bill is a damn joke. They are the laughing stock of boxing. MJ, Devin trains at the one of those old Arthur Murray schools for dance for his fights. Hey, what do you want us to do, man? We try. We try. Melody Queen, 27, Coach Squeeze. Make sure you correct the spelling of your Cash App. Posted on the screen. It's not correct. Just want to make sure any donations go where they need to go. Yeah, I don't know why he got the E up there, but if you go on and put Coach Squeeze without the E in the Cash App, I appreciate it. I'll see if I can get that tweet. Travarius Bowles and run all damn night. I see why they call him the Dream. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's get on Canelo and School fight. I didn't see, that wasn't the best night for me with Canelo I seen last night. In my opinion, that wasn't one of the best Canelo performances I have seen. I get it. He probably felt as though he didn't have to do a lot for Skull. Skull was fighting in reverse the first 5-6 rounds, basically almost the whole fight. You're not going to be able to dethrone the champion with no type of performance like that. You got to let your hands go. You got to let your hands go, man. And I don't think he did enough to let his hands go to win that fight. I don't think he did enough to let his hands go. Yeah. Skull fought in reverse, and he wasn't throwing no punches. Yeah, he wasn't throwing no punches. That's how I looked at it. He wasn't throwing enough punches. Nope. And you tall, you the longer fighter, and you had decent footwork. He should have been able to feint, pop the jab, get out, turn. Because I did see at times Canelo try to rush and lunge with the body shots. Good game plan if you talked about hit and don't be hit. Bad game plan if you trying to dethrone the face of boxing. I agree with Canelo when he say he didn't come to fight. He didn't come to win. He just came to survive. I totally agree. But I think Canelo looked at a little bit slow for me last night. Foot in the mud. Not enough lateral movement. I think Canelo could have pushed the issue a little bit more. For me, hey, if dude ain't want to fight you, you should have went and took it. Should have went and took it. Yeah. Should have went and took it, Canelo. That wasn't one of my best performances from you. It was like you wasn't cutting the ring off. I could feel you probably ain't want to really chase him. I got it. But I think you should have really made a statement. Shouldn't have been no 12 rounds. Maybe you wanted to get the rounds in. I don't know. But when Boots fought Kern, Chukazan, everybody criticized Boots that he didn't cut the ring off. And Chukazan danced and boxed the 12 rounds. They criticized Boots for not cutting the ring off, and he ain't as elite as everybody say he is. He wasn't listening to his corner, etc. But Canelo did it, and so far I haven't heard a bunch of lashing feedback in the chat like I normally would do. Maybe I need to look at it a little bit more. I drive old cars, say Canelo robbed all of us all. I think that was on purpose. I drive old cars. I think Canelo did that to show, but you're not going to win like that to make Bud fight. Marshall Triggs, if Canelo want to brawl, fight Mexican Monster, he ain't running nowhere. But again, Canelo know he can lose. I agree. And y'all know I'm a diehard Canelo fan. I can't keep protecting him neither. I can't keep protecting him. I'm still a Canelo fan, but I can't protect you no more. I can't protect you no more with that one. Yeah. You saying that Skull, now you said it. Skull didn't want to engage with you. But Benavidez, the Mexican Monster, will. So why not make that fight? The money gonna be there to me. But when the people start talking about certain people fighting each other, you gotta make it happen. You gotta make it happen. You gotta make it happen. Mexican Monster was the fight for you to make, man. Canelo, win or lose or draw, you should have fought the Mexican Monster 3 fights ago. And you still my guy. You still my guy. But I can't defend you no more on that. I'm not going to look like a fool and keep defending you on that. You should have fought. But I get it. I get it. High risk, low reward. I get it. I get it. But for you to say that dude ran, you know Benavidez ain't running nowhere. I drive old cars, man. If that was Devin, Curl, Hitchison, Ashaki, etc., they would have had one fight in the same fight. Skull fought boxing. Boss Dub. Nello was punching the ropes. Yeah, it was. It was. Canelo's supposed to destroy yo. Canelo just ain't look right to me. He ain't had that spring. Normally Canelo, I ain't get none of that. It was just it was like no effort from Canelo. Don Ham, Team Haney still undefeated. No loss, no draws. Everybody know Nivanta lost to Roach. Welcome to the Haney era. Only 2 undefeateds left, Danny Shakur and young guys, Keisha and Mason. You're entitled to your own opinion, champ. You're entitled. But for you to even mention, I'm not even going to engage with that. But you know, man, like I say, if I'd have thought Tank lost, I'd have said Tank lost that fight. Was that the best Tank performance? No, it wasn't. But did he lose? No, he didn't lose. That was an action-packed fight, by the way. If you thought Tank lost or not, that was an action-packed fight. That you can say. That wasn't born. With no running in that Roach and Tank fight. They was in the center of the ring, trading punches. Let's keep it a buck. Whether you think Tank lost or not, it wasn't born. We didn't go to sleep. We was on the edge of our seats. That's all I got to say to that, young man. And God bless you and your family, by the way. No, too slow. He will never fight Benavidez. Chosen one. I'm going to place a bet on Crawford for the unanimous decision. I drive over. Don't make sense to fight Benavidez. He cannot beat him on output alone. We would just be paying to see Nello lose. At that point, there is no way Nello can win versus Benavidez. All right, y'all, let me bring him in. The myth, the legend, the father, and the pound for pound, one of the best podcasters in the game. The one, the only, Ant McQueen in the building.
Can you hear me, Squeeze? Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you closing arguments, Ant.
Closing arguments. That wasn't it was super underwhelming for me, Squeeze. That Fatal Fury. It wasn't even just the fights; it was the whole thing. Like, how you gonna have an event in the middle of Times Square and just block it off? Don't you live there? Yeah, I live right across the water. Like, drive across a bridge and I'm right there.
Did you go?
No, I didn't go. I didn't go for the reason. You know, I had my suspicions that it was going to be what it was, yo. Like, it was going to be just blocked off. It just seemed like there was no energy. Because how many people did they have in there? It was nothing but like celebrities and other boxers in there. And other athletes. All of the people, us, you and me, everybody was outside. Folks couldn't even see inside. They had to like stand on garbage cans and all that stuff to try to peek inside because they built a fence around the thing, around the What type of event is that? Part of the reason why you have these names, you know, you have these boxing events at arenas and stadiums and all that stuff is because the energy from the crowd, man, it makes it electric. I was just at the boot stand Jonas. It was 10,000 people in there, and it was turned up. It was people that came from Lithuania. There was people there from Philadelphia. There's people there from New Jersey there to support Raymond Ford. It was electric because everybody was turned up. But if you got these guys fighting in a damn shoebox and they can't feel the energy of the people, I don't know. It's just my theory, just me with my tinfoil hat on. I just felt like them guys couldn't feel the energy from the crowd. Because had it got to a point where people started cheering, they might have turned it up a little bit more. If it got to the point where people started booing, maybe they might have been implored to do a little something extra. You know what I mean? But and then the fights, they were very underwhelming. The fights were underwhelming. Teofimo, I guess he did his thing, but I felt like he did more styling and profiling than actually fighting. Barbosa was just super duper conservative, waiting for Teo to make a mistake. Devin Haney was beyond cautious. I never seen Devin Haney fight like that. That man, had me thinking for real, like, yo, maybe he got some things he need to sort out mentally, like psychology. Like physically, you seen him, he look good, but just the mind, man. He seemed like he was so concerned with getting hit that at times he forgot that he could do the hitting.
Mm.
And then you got Jose Ramirez is just following this guy around, and he ain't letting his hands go. Like, how the hell you following the man around? You ain't cutting the ring off. Then when you get in range, you don't throw no punches. Ryan was aggressive until he got that aggression punched out of him. He came out guns blazing, similar to what he did with Tank. Caught a hot one on the chin and then just chilled out. After that, he was just like super safe. The whole event was just underwhelming. I ain't gonna say it was horrible, but it was underwhelming.
Damn.
Because there was no fury. It was supposed to be Fatal Fury. There was no fury. It was just real calm. Just real calm. I was like, damn. Yeah, Dev definitely got some things he need to work through, senior. I ain't gonna denigrate him too much because I understand what happened in his last fight. That's traumatic enough. You got to get off the canvas several times, and then I don't think that year layoff made it any better because you in there trying to work on your timing, work on your confidence. So hopefully his next fight, what I think needs to happen to him, Squeeze, I think he might need to just get hit one good time in his next fight and then survive it and be like, oh, I'm okay. And just get that out of his mind. Because it seemed like he just had so many question marks even for himself. Like, what's going to happen if I get hit with something? And I'm not saying you need to run out there like a crash test dummy and test your chin out. But I think that's the only way to get over that anxiety, that fear of getting hit. Like, you got to see what it feels like, and you got to be able to withstand it. And they just that was supposed to be a segue into the next fight in September. Do you think that they're still able to put that event on? Squeeze, you think so?
What?
Because this is supposed to be a stepping stone to the Haney Garcia rematch.
You asking me a question or you just making a statement?
No, I'm asking you the question. I'm asking you, do you think that they're still gonna stage that fight? Or even should they stage that fight at this point?
The answer to your question? Yes and yes. It's just gonna be called the Bumble. Yeah.
The Bumble. Oh
Yeah.
my Lord.
My answer, you can continue.
The Bumble. I almost spilled my coffee on my MacBook.
Yeah, the Bumble.
The Bumble.
Crying Ryan event against Devin Haney. Yeah, that's your marquee. It's gonna sell. Yeah, it's gonna the Bumble, and they're gonna have a big bowl with both of them sitting down in it. That's gonna be the marquee. Yeah, I'll buy it because I like comedy. Yeah, I like comedy. It would be hilarious because Devin gonna do this. Ryan gonna do the same thing to him. The same thing.
I don't know, man.
The same thing Ryan gonna do. All right, keep recapping your night. Go to your other fights. You got the last part of the
yeah, here we go. Okay, so last night, Badu Jack looked pretty sturdy. Shout out to my man Jaime Munguia. Jaime Munguia looked like he learned something. He looked like he learned a thing or two. That had to be the best defense I've ever seen from Jaime Munguia. And I ain't saying that the man went in there and turned into Nicolino Lochi or nobody like that. He ain't morphing into James Toney with the head movement, but that man had his hands up. He was responsible. He ain't get busted up. Typically in every fight Jaime Munguia fights, he's busted up, win or lose. But he was responsible as hell. Eddie Reynoso did a great job with him. He was real patient. I think he should have got to the body a little bit sooner. Because in the I want to say like the 10th and the 11th, when he started getting to Saras's body, Saras looked like he was ready to wilt under the pressure. And shout out to Bruno Saras. That dude is he's a legit fighter. Like he's solid. No frills, no special effects, but he's solid. And I learned something about him last night. I learned something about him. This dude, he's like a salesman by trade. So hopefully he made enough money to where he could focus a little bit more on boxing and he doesn't have to work his day job. And then, he can improve, so on and so forth. The main event, Canelo looked like he was missing a gear. That man had no hustle whatsoever. None. That was the most lackadaisical performance I think I've seen from Canelo. At least in this past couple of fights, he dropped these guys at least once. Like he dropped Munguia, he dropped John Ryder, he dropped what's my man's name?
Berlinga.
Puerto Rican kid. Yeah, Berlinga. He dropped him. He was able to have a moment where he was explosive and managed to inflict a little something. But last night he just looked like he had cement shoes on.
But them guys did engage though. Munguia engaged. Berlinger engaged. Skull didn't engage.
Yeah, but to that point though, Squeeze,
he did his Chukazan impersonation.
You right. But my only refute to that, Squeeze, would be Jamel Charlo fought a similar fight. And Canelo still was able to catch up with him at some point. I think he dropped Jamel Charlo in like the 5th round.
Because Charlo languished on the ropes. He stood still for Canelo.
Yeah, but Canelo, he ain't just stand still on the ropes. Canelo actually kept up with him. It got to a point where people start talking about whether or not Canelo was back on that clenbuterol, because in that whole fight, Canelo never sat down on the stool. That man's energy, it looked like it was up.
And how many fights ago was that Charlo fight, young man?
About 3.
Huh?
That was like last year.
So we talking 48 rounds ago?
Canelo just
wear and tear. We talking wear and tear. 48 rounds ago of wear and tear.
Okay.
I just think that Canelo looked like he had sand in his shoes. I didn't see no energy. I didn't see that I'm a kingpin for a reason. And I'm not going to make no excuses. I guess he just did enough, to get his hand raised. Who knows? I'm not inside his brain.
It's funny you say that because I had similar thoughts, man. I said it to my homie last night. I was like, yo, Canelo fights like he's just so certain of himself. Yes. Like he just knows what the result is going to be.
Yes.
Like he going to do just enough to keep the other guy tame, and it just looks like he's in control. Whether or not he's landing or not, he just looks like the boss in there. Because the other guy is spending his time with his back towards the ropes, and he's in the center, and he's just following the guy around. And to the wear and tear point, I seen an article that stated that the man had arthroscopic surgery a couple years ago. If you see Canelo train, he trained with the knee braces on. And around the Triple G fight, he was talking about how he wasn't able to run the way that he wanted to in order to get his cardio right. And I'm like, okay, so that makes sense as to why, since like maybe the Daniel Jacobs fight, this dude has been looking a little bit more lethargic, in addition to the wear and tear that you were just alluding to. Canelo is an old 34. The man damn near got 70 fights. He's like 63 to like 63.
63. He should be at 70.
Now I'm talking about wins because he got 2 losses.
I think.
Let me not give the people any misinformation. But he's up. He about to be at 70, Squeeze. So he's an old, what's the name? He an old 34. He's 63, 2-2. So that means he's at 67 fights. Come September when he fight Bud Crawford, that's gonna be his 68th fight. All I know is if Bud Crawford is in tremendous shape and he's able to withstand Canelo's power, Canelo could possibly be in for a long night. If he looked like how he looked last night, Canelo got to make sure he's in tip-top shape because he's going to have to cut that ring off on that man. He's going to have to. Had this been a couple of years ago, I would have been like, hell no, I don't know. This is extremely risky, bud. But But even with him being the older man chronologically, because he's 37, he's still the fresher man because he got 27 less fights than Canelo does, and that's however many camps. And as far as we know, this man ain't never had no
Well,
surgeries on
and
his knees.
and I hear everything you saying, and you're talking from the outside looking in. We all are as followers and as fans of the sport. But me and you know personally how hard it is to get out our own goddamn bed and go to work. And not only go to work, do our job and perform so we can bring that food and that bread home to take care of our families. I seen that last night out of Canelo. He wasn't engaged at all to me. He was not engaged at all. I didn't see it in his body language. I didn't like what I saw last night out of Canelo. But I totally understand. I trained out of 5 days, I trained 4. And I gotta take a day off. My body be beat on, it be killing me. You know what I mean? You gotta regenerate, replenish, restore. We gotta realize that as fight fans and followers of the sport, we have to take that into consideration also, the wear and tear on these guys' body. Javante said it himself. I've been fighting since 7 years old. I'm tired. When the little kid senior got the little kid to sign the glove for the little boy, he said, pick another sport. When he told him he wanted to be a provider, he said it's safer. What more of an answer could you get from a fighter of Tank's caliber, a knockout artist? Smoothie King, right back at you with another one. Johnny Spears, Salute Squeeze, and Ant. Could it be Father Time? Yes. I'm going to agree. Yes. All right, Ant, go ahead, finish. You got the floor on the rest of the fights.
Yeah, well,
that's
I took all them things into consideration, man. That's what I'm saying. Like several years ago, it would have been, man, this is crazy, crazy, crazy. But now when I'm looking at it and I'm looking at where both guys appear to be, he just looks, I don't know. Canelo he's looking a little bit ragged, man. He's still phenomenal. I think he's still a phenomenal fighter. Still intelligent, still really good, but I don't know. But yeah, that was all of the fights. Oh, I forgot to mention the heavyweights, Efe Ajagba and Martin Bakole. I was actually pretty impressed by Efe Ajagba. I remember when he first came on the scene when he was under the tutelage of Ronnie James. Not Ronnie, I said Ronnie James. Ronnie Shields. I'm over here mixing up Derek James and Ronnie Shields. When he was under the tutelage of Ronnie Shields, and I said, damn, Efe Ajagba looked like a hell of an athlete, but he looks like he's like boxing by the numbers. Because he just looks stiff as hell. He looked rigid as hell. Didn't really move his head. Didn't really move his feet. But last night, I'm like, okay, under the instruction of K. Karoma, he looked pretty damn smooth. He looked pretty smooth. Martin Bakole, he's frustrating as hell because the guy can fight. He's a tremendous fighter, but he just needs to take his conditioning seriously. This coming in the ring over 300 pounds thing, that ain't it. Because I feel like he's robbing himself, man, of better performances. Like that last fight that he had with Joseph. All right, Smoothie King, I got to dip up out of here. I got to tend to this guy. He talking about he got a toothache. I got to give him some Orajel. But my closing arguments is this. Fatal Fury, underwhelming. Canelo, I hope he's better in September. Efe Ajagba, I like the improvement. Devin Haney, I hope he's able to get back on track mentally. Ryan Garcia, you got to figure that out. Congratulations to Roelly Romero. He just extended his shelf life. You know what I'm saying? Because he was getting counted out. This dude was pretty much being used as a stepping stone to the next event. And you can see what the intention was by the WBA upgrading that fight to a title fight. So now this man, Roelly Romero, is officially a 2-division champion. Champion at 140. Now he's a champion at 147. Congratulations to Roelly, but I say this. Keep your ass away from Boots Ennis. Stay away from Boots. Hold on to that belt as long as you can. And stay away from Boots. Because I know now he's in line to fight Boots. He's officially the mandatory. Because he's the number one guy now. Stay away from Boots Ennis. And like I always say, what's easy to do is also easy to not to do. Small things, all things. And in the words of the great Kenny Ellis, love over hate. Let me hit y'all with some of these special effects. And we up out of here. Salute to my man, the Smoothie King. Always a pleasure being up here with you. I mean that sincerely. And shout out to my man Senior for the invitation. Greatly appreciate y'all. Salute to the people in the chat. And salute to the Rize podcast.
Peace. There y'all have it. The mastermind itself, the technician, analyst of boxing, Brother Ant McQueen. He never disappoints. If that wasn't a championship redemption of those fights last night, I don't know what was. Let me read this. Smoothie King right back at you with another one. ELW. And I had to read this because I say it all the time. Tank said he wished he didn't spar as much as he did. I might catch some flack from this, but I say it all the time in the gym that they spar the kids too much, give them too much damage before they even get to their fight. It has to be a break-off point when it comes to them young men getting hit upside their head, taking that unnecessary spawn and training. Switchblade, what it do? All right. Hey, man. Love y'all, man. Thanks for everybody that came over and showed us some love. Appreciate y'all. All the people that came in. Y'all was spot on. Everybody in here today was spot on. We had one person was off the edge talking about Devin Haney. Well, here's Devin Haney enthusiast. That's cool. But they don't want to keep it a buck and honest. Just be honest, man. Devin look like shit. Bottom line. I root for Devin. I love Devin as a person. Great kid. I don't have nothing against Devin outside of the ring. I'm not going to sit here and say I dislike somebody. I don't know nothing about that man. All I know is his persona in the media, his media personality and persona. I don't make those judgments about nobody that I really haven't been around or sit down and know. Tabu Apakabutu, the chosen one. Yeah, Switchblade, see you tomorrow. You know, but Devin, God bless you, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. God bless you. I wish the best for you in this life, man, because we all passing through this world, and we not here forever. Devin, I want to see you. I want to see you. You looked in impeccable shape. I mean, you look like an action figure. So figure it out. On that note, God bless each and every one of you in the chat. Aunt McQueen for coming over. And all assets for setting up everything. And Richie Baby for the fire intro. God bless each and every one of y'all, man. The devil is out here. He's looking for people that's trying to do right. Stay your distance. And as we always say on the Rize podcast, from each and every one of us, the Rize podcast family, We love y'all, man. And it's the Smoothie King. Right back at y'all with another one. And I'm out. Peace. Enjoy y'all week. Be safe.
Some say you forgive, but don't forget it. Now you know how we do. Lock that back door, don't let no one through. I told Nietzsche in these streets ain't no rules. He say, cause all this life we ain't on with it. Yeah. And I understand that this shit wasn't easy, but nigga, we did it. Yeah, yeah. And all them hoes and all them niggas that wasn't fucking with us, then we them niggas. Now we rich now, we got money, I don't give a shit, no. And we did it. Young nigga come up for nothing, now he getting to them riches. And it's the life of a young rich nigga.